Hello, hello, hello. This is Mickey Michelle Jones, and I know that my surroundings may look a little bit different and I may sound a little hollow, and that's because I am in Wintergreen Resort in past Charlottesville, Virginia for a NASW conference. So I didn't want to not come on and to greet you for this day. So again, hello, this is Mickey Michelle Jones, owner and creative writer with Michelle's Visual Imaginations. And I wanted to speak to you today in regards to expressional writing. So if I say anything that you might like, please tap and give off the hearts. I appreciate it. And for those on the replay, hello, hello, hello to you. If you can make your comments full sentences, I will definitely reply to them accordingly. And if you like what I'm saying, please don't forget to hit the share button right down there. There's the share button. Hit the share button and share this broadcast out with someone that it may be beneficial to. So what we're going to talk about today is, of course, expressional writing. But we're going to talk about the power of words. I had a conversation, or I was part of a conversation. Actually, it's two. I want to give you two examples. I was part of a conversation where the speaker was, well, actually, she's an instructor. She's a coach. So I hope she doesn't mind me reiterating what she said because it was very profound. We were talking about particular words, and she used the word hysterical. And for us in the United States, in some cultures, hysterical is funny, hilarious, just overwhelming laughter. But for others in other countries and different parts of the states and in different cultures, hysterical is manic and crazy. So when we choose our words, we have to think about where our words are going to go. So if you're going to stay just stateside with your work, whether it's a novel or a literary piece or a poem or lyrics to a song, then you go with the culture and you would use hysterical without second regard. But if you intend for your words to go international, China, Japan, Russia, Canada even, you really have to understand the origin of the word and the interpretation by the culture. Okay, another thing that happened with words is the word diva. This past week, I was on, well, actually the last week, Memorial Day weekend, I was on a cruise to Cuba. Had a wonderful time. Shout out to all of my Deck 11s. And we were discussing the word diva. Now, in some cultures, diva is a goddess or an exceptionally high-ranking, high-profile person that has an air or an attitude that is expressive of, arrogance, period. But then it was said that the word diva in some cultures relates to the devil and demonology. And being the literary study that I am, my first response was, I'm going to research that. And I did. And it does. So when we talk about words, we talk about the power of words, and that's how we choose our words. Another example of something that happened is I am on retainer with a particular client. So, which basically means that when they need something, I'm on demand and I produce it and it's eventually paid for, if not already prepaid. So the one thing that I did was I crafted a poem, a short piece based on the sentiment that was given to me. Now, the person that was requesting the piece, I know very well. I know their quirks, their attitudes. I know how their tone is. I know what type of person they are. The person that we were writing the piece for, I didn't know very well. I knew her in passing. I knew her just by interaction with others. But on a personal level, I didn't know her. But the piece that I crafted was just absolutely beautiful. It was short, if I do say so myself. It was short and it was sweet. And it related to the event that was happening. So I crafted 4 or 5 lines, and then I incorporated some of the requested work. So I produced my work, and then the person that we were giving ode to is was, because she passed away, is a songstress, and she sang gospel. So I went and YouTubed some of her work, and I actually found a nice stanza that I could use to only reiterate on what I had already produced. That's how it works. That's how we do things. This is why it is so important to understand the power of words. You don't necessarily need a whole lot of words. You need an action and a result. One sentence can clearly define everything that you're feeling or trying to relate. So, when it comes to understanding the power of the word, and yes, it is the power of the word, because the power of the word, words do have meaning. They speak volumes. Take the word no, for example. Depending on the inflection of your voice and the tone in which you say the word no, it sends off a different meaning every single time. But in the end, no is a complete sentence. Yes, it is. It is a request, an action, and a result. No. Simply, you can put in action by shaking your head with it. You can stretch your eyes. You can raise or lower your voice. And each time that you do it, and each time that you say the word no, it's different. Such as with writing. You can write it in all caps. You can write it lowercase. You can write it lowercase and capital. You can put an exclamation point behind it. You can put a question mark behind it. You can put a period behind it. And each time that you do, it will take on a different meaning. It's expressional writing. You can do it. You've been doing it. Just be confident in doing so. So the things that we've discussed so far when it comes to expressional writing are: 1, expressional writing. Express your feelings. Learn how to express your feelings. That's the first step. Next, expand your language. I love language. So expand your language. Pick up the dictionary, pick up the thesaurus, play word games, do whatever you like, but learn new words and understand their meaning. And then you need to explore different art forms. Explore different cultures. Sense and get a feel for things outside of your comfort zone. Right now, I am sitting in this gorgeous cottage. It's a 2-floor cottage. I wish I can show it to you. I'm sitting in this gorgeous cottage, but I am listening to the birds and the construction. And there's a golf course out here. And I'm going to take a walk. The conference doesn't start. I thought it started at 1. It actually starts at 2. I'm going to take a walk. I'm not going to get in my car and drive. I'm going to walk and explore the grounds and see what I can see. I want to see different things, different elements, different environments. That's what we do. Explore other cultures. Explore other art forms. Next, I spoke to you about expounding what you already know. Revisit what you've already written. Expound upon it. Get re-energized by yourself. Be motivated by your own creativity. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, excel in what you do. Trust in your skills. You can do it. You've been doing it. You've done it already. And it's proven repeatable, which means you can do it again. It's all about expression. Once a writer, always a writer. Never forget that. Always understand that. You just need to be in tune with you. So, this is Mickey Michelle Jones, owner and creative writing force behind Michelle's Visual Imaginations, and I am here to help you be an exceptional expressional writer.